Hello and welcome to part 1 of the War of the Worlds War Machine 148 scale. This is a really cool kit. It's a movie from the childhood. I remember watching it like on a Saturday afternoon after the cartoons were over and you had all those different sci-fi and horror movies come on. I remember this one coming on. I always liked it. I always liked the design of this ship, this spaceship. I thought it was brilliant. I thought the storyline was brilliant. I remember the first time I was ever introduced to War of the Worlds was my best friend growing up had a, I believe it was a cassette or a record, but I believe it was a cassette of the radio broadcast where the aliens landed in Trenton, New Jersey and all that. And we used to listen to that tape all the time. It was great. So it was nice to find a really nice looking kit. I got the 1 in 48 scale. I also have the also looking forward to doing the diorama where it comes with two war machines, you know, fighting 2 tanks. That's going to be really cool. But usually I start with the smaller stuff so I can experiment with colors. But I jumped right in on the 48 scale because I wanted that big one, easier to light, very small parts count, excuse me. So let's take a look. Well, here we are. We got the War of the Worlds War Machine here. We're gonna get started on this build. This should be a fairly quickie, not a lot of parts to it, as you can see. Pretty much, you know, a whole 4 stages really. But we're gonna be doing some lighting, and a lot of it's gonna be in the painting of this base, a lot of time in that and stuff. But so, what I wanted to do is start kind of get some of these holes drilled that I'm going to put LEDs. I'm going to put I think a 3mm, maybe I can get a 5. Let me get an LED out here. And it don't really matter. 5 might be a little large. Let's see. This is a green one anyway. Let's see how she glows. 2, real quick. Batteries. I moved everything around. There we go. Go with 3mm battery. Oh yeah, that'll be a nice green. Okay. Will that fit in there? It actually would. But here's the thing, it'll fit in the tip. No. And it's going to have to fit over that tip, so that's probably why I decided to go with a 3mm. And I think a 3mm will be just fine. And here happens to be the green 3mm, so. Let's see what kind of light this guy puts out. Not too bad. Yeah, so, and I'm probably gonna diffuse that a little bit and probably put a little bit of a fiber fill, but that looks good with a green light and a green light. But I'll probably put some fill in there to make it spread out. So, because right now it's got a very hot spot. So, okay, lights back. Or that LED, or let's see how that LED sits in there. It'll fit much better. And are you the right way? You were the wrong way. So I'm also going to have to make sure that it lines up where it will actually fit. We got quite a bit of room here. I'm thinking if that it has to go all the way back there. It might not have to go all the way inside this. I'm just going to have this poke through. So if I try to get it right there in the middle, it would be good. But I figured it would be easier to do while it's together because it's kind of two pieces coming down that's closing back there. So if I get both of those together and then drill the hole, it might be better. So I need a 3mm or closest to. Probably gonna be more, and I think it's one of those. And why did I put that away when I need it? Closest. Yeah, that'll work fine. Let's just leave one of those out. Make sure I close it though. So let's leave one of those out. And I can just use the Dremel. Those bits back in there. Need the hand part, get all this stuff out of the way. That's what we do for right now. Alright, let's see if we can get this to drill where we want it to. Probably should make a mark. Or, well, I don't have my hand drilling, that's why I'm not going to go. Let's see. Let's make a mark so I don't have to guess. Let's go green. Since it's green, let's go green. Where I want to hit it. Gives me a better idea. It's going to be right about in there. If I go by, oh, there's little lines up there. If I go in the middle of those two there, it gives me a perfect center actually. Yep. So if I can do that, we're good. I'd rather use my step drill, but I don't feel like going out to go get my doesn't have to be perfect, just needs to be a hole there. And that works. And I find the best thing with this drill and this drill, especially using a Dremel, is just when you first touch, just let it sit there for a second and kind of create its own little center punch. Alright, that'll take care of the 3mm ones. I wanted to get all this, get rid of the burrs. Kind of construction or destruction, whatever you want to call it. How's that fit in there? Should be a little loose, but I'll be able to glue it how far in or out I want it. Perfect. Alright, then we want to do these bottom ones for the engine's lighting out when it's hovering across. For that, I don't need it together. But yeah, see how we got a little bit of a notch there. But we have a nice pocket that we can put an LED right in, and then we can see, maybe this is the right one. Yep. Oh yeah, that'll fit right in there. Yep, so then I can put that like that. And then when because I'm probably going to post paint, like put this whole thing together and seam it and then paint it to copper. Because all these I can put in, I believe. Maybe I should put this back together really quick if I can. That's one thing I haven't checked. I know the front I can, I believe. So can I get these all in? Yeah, those all can go in after the fact. So I don't have to worry about these clear parts getting... There's a way it goes. There you go. I won't have to worry about those clear parts getting all boogered up, but I can get a nice seam work done. But I want to get these holes pre-drilled. That's where the stand goes. We're going to try to reuse its stand and somehow bring a wire up. Bring a wire up and then come down right there and there. And then come through. Yeah, I'd be able to because it's not a round hole. And we can bring it up through. So yeah, we know those can come, all those green parts can go on afterwards, which is awesome. They didn't make it that it sandwiches in there. So we can keep those all protected. The other weird thing with the top and how they kind of wanted it screwed, like, they're kind of saying like with the stand, or you screw this piece on. I don't think I'm screwing that piece on. But they want you to go right through the bottom, and it's going to reach that. Supposed to pull that piece down, I guess. That'll be there. Yeah. Why do you have to wait until the end of it? I guess that's... Oh, I guess it must have a big head on it or something. Yeah, so I can still do that, so that's not even good. And then I should be able to spin. It's hard to get the sucker out of here. There it goes. Alright, so, but yeah, we got all that going. This part here, we just gotta channel these registers out and then cut there for the little red LED. But what we got to do next, and I think I can use, yeah, each one of these, and these, I'm going to use my 5mm flickering, so I am going to have to get my drill bit, and we'll use a step drill, and that way they're nice clean holes anyway. But I want to get those drilled, yeah, for those 5mm, I'm going to do flickering, and then what I'm going to do is, I want these laser cannons on the edge to flicker, so I'm going to run, to make this, I can use a regular 3mm green LED here. And then, instead of a 3mm flickering, which I do have, don't I? Didn't I just get, I just got a little flick, but I got red and blue. A little flickering. But to make this a flickering one, I can run power to this one and then come out the negative and go to the positive of this one and run these in series, and it'll actually, this one will actually control this one and make it flicker. And I'm going to pick one on the opposite side, so this engine's flickering, these two will flicker kind of the same, but you really won't notice because this one's down under and this is way over here, and do the same thing here. Have this one control this one. That way they're not right next to each other. And then the back one, I'm going to have flicker control this, I think. I'm not sure. I'd love to find a pulsing LED that actually goes, you know, a nice pulsing. Or do I have it just flash? I'll have to see what flashings I have. A flashing like it's looking, because I think before they were flashing, but I think they more pulse. This would have to blink. Or do I just make it a flickering and go off this rear one so it doesn't look like any of these? It's not flickering the same as these two side ones, and you really won't notice it from way back here that it's in the same sync as that one. I kind of want to use the flickering for, I have the smaller kit, the smaller scale ones, that's the diorama, and one's actually going to be shooting, and and it has like the clear part that you can make like the beam. I want to have that flickering so it looks like it's going, you know. But anyway, I'm rambling. Let's get these holes drilled. So I will have to pause it and be right back. Okay, I'm back. Here we go. Now I got the step drill, which is much nicer. Let's get this top out of the way. And this here should work for the 5mm plus or minus, you know, a little bit of sanding. Probably shouldn't drill into my new mat. Use this old beat up one. Yeah, that gives us a nice hole. And it doesn't want to pull like a regular spiral bit does. Just a hair. There we go. A little bit this way. There we go. That should be it. Let's see how. Oh. I was like, what's rattling in that little 3mm LED? It's stuck right there. Alright. It's fine. Where's the 5mm greens? Oh, look, like a glove. Look at that. Like a glove. And then they'll stick down a little bit. Well, let's clean the burrs up. And one more. There we go. All right. Yeah, I like a glove. Those will shine green at the bottom. Let's see how the I doubt I'm gonna grab the right one. I think that's the rear one. Yep. So let's put it there. Oh, that works fine. Put it up. Now we definitely have a hot spot, so we're going to have to diffuse all that. And maybe shove some fiberfill in there as well. I might cut a little bit of this top off to make it a little shorter so I can get some fiberfill in between this and the green plastic. But that'll work wonderful. There we go. I didn't want to push in the center because I would scrape that. So yeah, we're good with that then. Let's get you in there. So we can go, and I think that's all I have to do. And are you the 3mm green here? So we can go and hit this with some light blocking black. And I'll quickly, all I'm doing with these is there's a little bar that comes over notches, and it notches for the eyepiece to go in, for that little peg. It notches for that little piece to go in, so it's flat and then notches and down and then comes over, and then there's a registry for the eyepiece right there, another little notch. So all I have to do is just cut this little back piece so I can put the LED here and it'll shine through and it'll catch all that light. So really just a simple razor blade. Just gotta cut that back piece off. If I really wanted to do it quick, probably be the best way is to, not with the, should I could have went right to, not with the, that saw. I think it would work better with this saw. Where's my other one of these? It might be in the case. Yeah. This might be the quicker way. Neater and quicker. Without putting so much stress on everything else. Perfect. Whoop. There we go. Clean these out. A little bit of burrs over there. And I should be able to get a red LED up there. Or I can just put a flickering white or something. I'll have to see if I have a good flasher or pulsar for that. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. If I go with flickering, I'm going to feed it off of this one. And this one's going to feed again this one, and this one's going to feed that. And that'll only give me 6 volts. Because everything's 3.2 volts. So that'll be fine. Need those tools. Same deal. So, I think that is all, because, I mean, I could drill the little hole that I'm going to do an LED strip here, which then I'll color it with a green transparent on the lenses, plus it's going to have the green clear part, transparent clear part. So, but yeah, that's it. Everything's prepped. I can spray all these black for light blocking. So, yep, that should do it. See you soon.